If you are in the market to buy or sell your home, land, or property, it is in your best interest to work with a professional that cares and keeps your best interest first always. Melissa Williams is your agent, very customer service oriented, knowledgeable in all steps in the delicate process of your investment, and here to turn your dreams to reality. Call her now, 253-293-1056. That's 253-293-1056. www.melissawilliams.com.
Hey you, yeah you, don't you deserve a newer vehicle for 2022? Go see Ralph at Max Auto Plus Tacoma. Good credit, bad credit, always with the lowest interest rates possible. Cars, trucks, SUVs, and everyone sees the Carfax. The best customer service ever. Log on to GoSeeRalph.com or call 253-230-1494. That's 253-230-1494. Oh, one more thing. Did you know you get $200 cash money if you bring Ralph a customer? What are you waiting on? Go see Ralph. Max Auto is located at 12918 Pacific Avenue, South Tacoma. Get up and go see Ralph.
Nick Jones, man. Hold on. Nick Jones, help me out.
I'm getting the levels, man.
Hot mic.
Hot mics, man. Hot mics. You already know.
Mic check. Can you hear me?
You're good, Doc.
My levels is good.
You're good.
So I can just leave it here. I don't have to hold it.
No, you're.
Oh, you want me to hold it?
Yeah, I don't want to hold it. I might want to use it.
Oh, wow.
Okay.
I never seen that shit before. But
All right. What's going on here? You know we back.
Go for it.
What's up, y'all? Can they hear?
Yeah, you can.
Give me the thumbs up, y'all. How you guys doing out there? Shopkulture, it's back. Tuesday, 8 o'clock. How y'all doing? Make sure you guys, you tap in, say hello, like we always do. Show the manners, show the love.
Happy Tuesday.
Man, it's Tuesday.
Is there such a thing?
Happy?
Happy every day.
There you
Well,
go.
you look happy. You look refreshed and happy.
Absolutely.
So we're gonna get we're gonna have to talk about that. Man, once again, guys, I am joined. We got the lovely Miss
Tama. Hey.
and then we got somebody who y'all should know. You know who this guy is. You don't even need the introduction. Tell her who this is. I call him Doc.
James Hill, feel my flow. We're back. What's up, people?
Look at
Mr. Shake the table.
Right.
looking distinguished, man. You can tell life is good. Got the beard. He got the gray.
All right.
I'm gonna try to do gray now. I'm gonna try to join the team.
It'll happen.
Oh damn.
It'll happen.
I mean, okay, it's
Great
coming.
happens.
It's gonna come. I'd be hat fishing, so y'all can't tell.
Right. How was your weekend though?
Yeah, it was yeah.
What does that mean? It was
caught off guard. You know what I'm sure it must have been all right. So,
Oh, okay.
it was cool.
Hey.
No, it was low key, and then we got Nick Jones, producer.
Hey, what's popping?
Okay, so let's get to it. How was the weekend? Like I said, mine was low key. It was cool.
I'm in mic 3.
I'm gonna try to. I gotta get back out.
Good. I
My
went out
my
Saturday
check.
night, listened to live music, and
Oh
went out stepping Sunday for a little bit.
yes,
Yes, you stopped by for a minute.
yeah.
I was supposed to come, and I was at the radio station, and
So-
I
but I
went.
appreciate the
Yeah,
invite,
Barry
though.
stopped by.
The food was on point. I got this. What did I get? Was that?
You had some pasta dish.
It was a pasta.
They had
seafood.
salmon in it.
Yeah, it was bomb.
Where was this?
What's the name of it?
Rainier Crawfish.
We got to get them a shout out.
And so yes,
the old Myers.
And so
okay.
every
Rainier,
second and fourth Sunday
Mm-hmm.
from 6 to 10, we're doing Steppin', Chicago style Steppin'.
Mm-hmm.
If there's a fifth Sunday, we're there too. So we'll be there this coming Sunday. Fifth Sunday, we'll be there as well, from 6 to 10, Chicago style Stepping.
Yeah, they were stepping and
The
moving.
DJ Steppin' saw.
You know, I got bad knees and bad everything right now.
I was dancing. I was like, I gotta go dance.
I like stepping a little bit, but
you
the Chicago style just makes me feel old.
Why is that?
It's a little slow for me. My style of stepping is like between Chicago and salsa, and a happy medium between.
I was telling you about salsa.
I think,
like for me, is I actually did some salsa dancing, and I took the lessons, and I love the salsa because it's so fast paced.
Right.
You know, you're moving and seductive
My
and
style
sexy.
of stepping is a happy medium.
But I encourage you to go check theirs out because
we had
it
fun.
Medium. It has you have the slower kind, medium. These brothers were tearing it up.
I got Chris.
What's his name?
Chris.
Yeah.
Kenneth T. Brian, what's up, my brother?
Be in the building. So yes, but anyways, yeah, we're gonna have some of them on. We want to talk to them.
And also you talked to Joseph from BPH. He was there.
Black
People Hype.
Black People Hype.
We at ya.
So we're gonna link up, and it was dope, man. So definitely check them out. What they're doing, it's cool, and it's nice to see a nice vibe where people were just it was low key, man.
Right. Okay.
A mature crowd.
Okay.
No drama.
Yeah. Now Nick gonna be talking mess. Talking about seniors or Nick Jones.
No, I'm not. I wanted to come, but I was at the. I got tied up.
You gonna come next time?
Yeah, for sure.
So, man, guys, yes, we got the doc back. We got T in the building.
Hey,
Nick Jones.
What up, K? I just did K Dot's real quick. I just did K Dot's pod this past Sunday. The Conversation Crew.
Okay.
I'm a K Dot. Put your information in the comments.
Man. Yes, let's check you out, brother.
Yeah. We're doing cross the promo and whatnot.
Man,
so.
I encourage people. Listen, man, it's so much good stuff out there. We have a growing group. Other people have growing platforms. Let's connect these platforms and really get it out there because these are important conversations that not only Shopkulture has, but some of these other great podcasts. And I've been actually looking and hearing some good content out there.
We was talking about Misandria this past Sunday.
Oh,
it got interesting.
Okay.
Got interesting.
What's up, Dom? How you living, brother? Yes, man. And growing pains with the fam, but you know how that is. I hope your family's good. That's a high school partner of mine.
Yeah.
So it's always great to reconnect with some of my old school Tuck folks. So, man, good to see you. Hope all is well with you. Man, there's a lot of stuff going on. Let's just really get and really speak on it real quickly about the senseless violence.
Oh, let me real quick because I got something that I wanted to play.
So Nick Jones is about to put something out there for y'all.
Yeah. Share.
It's so sad.
Yeah.
This is gonna be but just basically providing what the community needs, you know what I'm saying? I think that the CD is definitely full of culture, you know what I'm saying? But like I was saying earlier, we got to focus on what we can do step by step, incremental progress, which will ultimately lead to, a bigger reward and progress in the end. So
100 pro flow, run and shoot pro, 458 drops, playing bulletproof so. Every few shows, I just buy some new gold. Circle got smaller every boat. Street jewelers like yo, hustle, holla at me, I got Cubans on the low.
Yeah. So I wanted to. By now we've all heard of the unfortunate passing of Devon Pickett Jr., CEO, main man, head honcho of the Postman over in the CD. Am I correct? Am I right on that?
Yes.
I'm speechless. I didn't personally know dude. I had planned on. I had got hit to the postman and Devon and his wife, the whole fam and the business all together a couple of years ago. I've been meaning to go down there to get a PO box set up myself. Still gonna go down there and do that. But yeah, man, to hear about somebody who is a staple, a pillar, a positive individual, black man, father, husband, son, brother, friend, homie, all of that, to just be gunned down like that in front of his business by somebody whom, you know, he came up with, that his mom's, you know, helped, you know, bring up as well. I don't know. It just doesn't get any more heartbreaking than that. So I wanted to take the time out to pay respects. I wanted us here at Shopkulture to pay respects to Devon and his family. Love, prayers, thoughts, condolences, just all the strength that I could possibly send y'all's way. Because I mean, I can only imagine, you know. So we just want to let you know that we're here with y'all. We're here for y'all. Shouts out to Myron too. That's his nephew. So I know he's going through it.
Yeah, real quickly, and thank you for that, Nick. You know, you never used to the violence, and it's the saddest thing is when it's all sad, but when it just hits you because it's becoming routine in our community, and we shouldn't get used to this.
No, we should not.
You know, and I sometimes we say, well, mental health. Okay, but we can't use mental health as a handicap.
That's becoming a scapegoat thing
for premeditation.
Not this situation.
On violence.
He knew what he was doing. Dude who did it, he knew what he was doing. He ain't crazy.
We have really got to get to a point as a society, as part of the community, that we just, enough is enough.
Right. We have to make uplifting each other part of our culture. We have to look at when someone is doing good, look at them and see how you can make them do better. And in turn, they're going to bring you right along with them. And we're all going to do better as a community. We have to look at uplifting and not talking about and breaking down
the hate,
separating our community because of hate, jealousy, and envy. It's got
jealousy and hate. And you know, we see it all the time. We see it sometimes in our group. We see that we can't have simple discussions without it either turning personal or getting to a point of, you know, violence, possibly.
Right.
What more can we do though?
Value life. People don't value life.
Talk to them.
So, I mean, people are not being raised to value life and realize that their actions affect people. They don't care. People don't care about hurting others. They don't care. I don't understand why. I would never do it myself, so I don't understand how someone cannot care. But people just don't care. They take someone's life that, oh well, they just don't care. We need to find some way to help people value their own life and others' lives as well.
Right. And it's not only in our actions, but it's in our reactions.
That's what it is. Yes.
Because there's a lot of ignorance out there that's going to come at you. And it's your choice on how you react to that. You can react to that in a positive way and put a positive spin and change that person's whole train of thought on the way they came at you. And they're going to apologize. They're going to feel bad about the way they came at you because you handled it in a mature way. So don't be so quick to react because of your bravado or because you've been disrespected.
And violence is not always the reaction to every, you know.
It's not the solution.
Yeah, it's not the solution.
Not the solution.
But it shouldn't be a reaction to. I think a lot of times, unfortunately, the first reaction is violence.
Right.
Somebody's disrespecting further. I got to go upside there. Well, no, you don't.
Right.
No, yeah,
you don't have to do that.
Right. They have choices.
But also, I think is, as I would say, the elders, what can we do more of? because
we can teach our children, we can raise them, and we can lead by example to think before you act, because there are consequences to your actions, and show them real life examples. There are people in prison right now doing 15, 25, and life sentences on a 15-second decision, a reaction in anger, when you could have chose to react and handle the whole situation differently.
So true.
Got any words to?
No, that's it right there. And there's a Facebook user I saw.
Oh, I'm sorry,
comment.
we're missing. They are commenting.
No,
I'll let him go. I think the key is some people blame the music. Some people blame the video games. Do you see those as maybe factors of leading up to some of this behavior that we're seeing? Because it is so readily people are using guns as the first option.
Right.
It used to be back in the day. That was the last option.
Right.
It wasn't
fight.
the first thing you did.
Music, video game, culture, those are influences to those activities, to those decisions. But what it comes down to is your core values and what's instilled in you. And you have to know the difference. I mean, parents need to monitor screen time, video time, read a book with them. Don't tell your kid, get off the game, read a book with them.
A lot of parents don't do that though. I mean,
this is what we need to do.
Right.
Real quickly, I had a 15-year-old come in a while ago and actually had a gun.
What?
Visible gun on him. And she said she had to use that for protection for her enemies. And I'm sitting here at 15 years old, a gun, visible. And we were blessed that particular day that we had, it was, me and my other barber and a couple of the older gentlemen here that were able to, kind of talk and just have her think about certain decisions that you possibly can make because you have access to this. And, we don't know if it's going to work or not, but it's just the time, I think, is quality time in order to give a perspective.
Right. Exactly.
Wow.
So, guys, man, we should not let this be a norm. We shouldn't allow it to be a norm in our communities. We shouldn't have the expectation that other people are going to come and fix what's going on outside our community. We have to fix it ourselves. And we have to be okay with trying to do something more. So
that whole thing was out of I read the reports on that. That was pure jealousy.
Yeah. That
was pure jealousy.
But when you say a lot of some of these crimes are jealousy, it's the hate, it's the envy, it's something related, disrespect.
It's a bunch of heathens running around and ain't got no damn home training.
Right.
That's really what it. That's what as far as I'm concerned, they ain't got no home training. They don't know how to fight anymore. They don't know how to shoot anymore neither. Because when they out here doing that, they picking off the bystanders, the civilians. They not even. I mean, I know I shouldn't put it out there like this, but it is what it is.
And it's all right to lose a fight.
They're not even getting their targets. Yeah, that too.
It's okay. It's all right to get an ass whooping to lose.
Not these days. Not these cats these days. It's Gotham City out there. So that's why you said with the 15-year-old young person that was in here, I understand where they coming from with that. It's get ready so you. Hey, stay ready so you ain't got to get ready. That's the name of the game out here. You get caught lacking. That's
Also, it's who you associate with.
Right.
Yeah, that plays a part.
You become a product of your environment and a product of association. So if that's the life that you want to live, if these are the people that you're around, it's time to change your circle. Right. It's time to move on. Never be afraid to leave people behind. Even if you grew up, you went to kindergarten, junior high, and now you're in high school. People outgrow people, and sometimes it's time to move on and let it go.
I hear you on that one, Doc.
But it's hard.
But with this situation in particular, that man let's say he did all that. He was pretty accomplished. He played international ball and not football, basketball, and came back home and erected a business in the hood where he was born and raised, and he was just doing everything that you do to thrive and
to get out
and still
unify the community.
In front of his business got taken out like that.
Right.
So I mean, you can go. You could do everything that you were saying, and still, unfortunately, get taken out the frame.
But we got to talk about it, and we definitely.
And a lot of times that happens by you trying to keep someone around because you feel a certain level of loyalty to them because of your upbringing, because of the length of time that you've known each other and your association. Regardless, even he knew his friend was jealous of him. He knew his friend hadn't elevated at the same level as him, but he tried to stick in there and be with his friend and not leave him behind.
Relationship.
Yes. And sometimes relationships change, relationships evolve. You have to meet people where they're at, and sometimes you have to leave people where they're at.
I think that brother did.
I think that's what he was trying to do. I think he did do that.
That brother was unifying the community and being a spokesperson, giving back, and it's bullshit like that just keep happening to brothers and sisters that are doing.
It sounds to me like he was trying to. To me, it just seems like he tried to help that dude at one point, and
he can't help.
Some niggas out here just don't want it. They don't want the help. They want to be stuck where they're at in misery and just and
they want to call mental,
and they want to drag you. They want to drag you down with them because they can't get right. And I think that's what ended up happening. I'm just gonna venture off and assume. I know we shouldn't do that, but based on what I've been hearing, what I read, it sounds like Devon at one point tried to help that man, but just at the end of the day, you can't help somebody who don't want to be helped. So he has to tend to his family, his business, and leave that nigga behind. And the dude,
we've seen that in movies. We've seen that all the time. Yes,
up to the point to where now this man is gone. Babies don't got no damn daddy no more. The wife is without a husband. The mom,
the community,
the community, like that shit is wild,
man.
So again, rest in peace to that man, Devon Pickett Jr. Love, condolences, all that, just all the love and strength to the Pickett family, and I hope y'all get justice. They got him, so. We know how
that is when it black on black. So,
yeah.
Well, guys, thank you guys again for tuning in. Shopkulture.
Right. Let's move on.
Every Tuesday, 8 o'clock.
Move on into the next topic.
And now it's man. I hate that.
Right. All right.
This was good.
And she's paid to take my kids away from me. She gets more money if she takes my children. Mm-hmm. And so from the men's point of view, they're just kind of like F it, because like women aren't wives nowadays. And what do they get out of it? But like men are logical. Sorry. They're logical people. And so they're thinking, does the benefit outweigh the cost? And like, I just think as women, we have to look at ourselves and say, the benefits we bring nowadays don't outweigh the cost for most men.
For the sake of argument, and finally it's about my turn to, help the boys out. I'll tell you something. Boys, do you know the best way for you to deal with a modern woman? Be stush. Stush means be a bit more stuck up about yourself, because actually girls don't like rejection. And the moment you reject one, she wants you more because it's a challenge. At that moment, you've got the power. If you want her, you want to maneuver and check what she's on, get her in your books.
But I'm not gonna lie. Listen to this from the men's point of view. So I have to play a bunch of games with these women in order to get to them to commit to me. Why do it at all?
Because
why is it worth it?
Yeah, no. It's like what is the benefit to the men? Like what genuinely, who in here has a cookbook? Maybe you.
I
Maybe
don't
you.
need a cookbook.
What?
I do.
You don't
but
need a
Like,
cookbook.
but that's what I'm saying.
Are you asking if we can cook?
No,
from a male
my
perspective.
point is none of us in here can be considered traditional women. And back then, an average guy could get a traditional woman. And now what does he get? He gets a boss bitch, a boss babe, a girl that's been ran through. He gets an ex-hoe. He gets a born-again virgin. Like,
And what do
this
I
is,
get?
as women,
Yeah.
this is what do we get? We still get protection and provisioning.
Are you sure?
And
And
the
men
Yeah.
get
average
the
average
that they be
salary,
looking
the
for.
average,
Let's not.
I mean, okay,
let's do
but
a
here's
settle
the
now.
thing. The average salary could cover an apartment. But the thing is, like, women, we want this lifestyle that's not even realistic nowadays. Like, we want men that make more than we do, and we want them to pay all of the bills. But it's like we all have our nails done. We have, we get our hair dyed. We have makeup. We have all of this stuff that costs money because we want this lifestyle. And I've had girls come on my show, and I say, would you date an average guy for companionship? But you would have to go down in lifestyle. And they say, no, we're addicted to lifestyle.
Okay, no, I think T had a response to this. She was.
My first thought was, who is that
I
bitch?
heard. Oh Lord.
Just Pearly. She's doing her rounds as one of the up and coming women in the red pill community. If you don't know what the red pill community is,
No, I don't.
You need to go ahead and get on up on your knowledge with that. There's a lot going on, but yeah, that's who she is. Just Pearly.
All right. So T, because I heard the huffing and puffing in the back of my. She out here get mad at me.
No.
Okay, so what's your?
So my first thought
hear.
was, she goes, most men. So she's met most men in the world. So she can speak for most men because she's met most men.
She's going off of, and this is just based off because I've checked out a couple of her joints, and she has this podcast every day where she's talking to different men around. She's in the UK right now. She's from Chicago, but she stays in the UK. So she has cats that fly in from here at home, and then cats from the UK. So she kind of gets a wide range from guys that are there in the UK, and then guys in the US, and then she comes from a big family, mostly brothers. So her perspective is kind of like what some women here would call male identified.
Okay.
But
So I can tell you about me and the women I hang around with.
Mm-hmm.
As far as comes attracting men's attention, we don't give a flying F you, whatever. I don't dress to attract men. I don't present myself to attract men. I live my life to be happy, right? If someone asks me for a date and I want to go, I go. If I want to go, I don't go. Women I know the same way. We don't live our life trying to find a man to marry and take care of us.
Would you say that you're the majority or the minority?
I'm saying the women I know in my circle.
Yeah.
As far as majority, I haven't met most women. I can't tell you how they think. As for me and the people I hang out with, we're not worried about what a man thinks about us. We're not. We live our life. We got to have fun. We go stepping. We are respectful to people we're around. They respect us for the most part. And it's all good. Some people date each other. Some people don't. Some people have husbands, boyfriends, girlfriends, whatever, that don't step, and that's fine too.
Mm-hmm.
But we don't live our life trying to attract somebody.
Well,
I think that a lot of people, I think that there's a shift going on. There was a traditional role, back in the 50s, the women stayed home. But the thing is, back in the 50s, one income could cover all the expenses. And the women could stay home. They're expected to stay home, and they didn't have the freedoms we have now to work as many types of jobs we have. They were traditional women jobs. You could be a secretary, you could be a nurse. There are a lot of things that women weren't allowed to do. Things have changed. Women have more freedom to be themselves and be authentically themselves and do what they want.
But women also want the traditional when it comes to the dating part of it, though.
Right.
And
Some
that's
do.
what they're saying is that a lot do. So
not even so.
yeah, a lot want the traditional in some aspects, but they want to be modern in other aspects. And as a man, you have to kind of decipher which is which. And a lot of times, even a lot of men are kind of getting like, well, this is a lot of work.
right. It is a lot of work. And so that's why I see it as a double standard in some senses, because there's a whole culture of these women that want, like the one post I saw today. She wants 300K. He's got to make 300K. And then back to the point of what the video of what this lady was saying in this video right here. What are you getting out of marriage? Say you're making this 300K. You marry this woman. Well, you're taking a chance of losing everything you acquired after that marriage and your kids if she has an agenda and that's what she's in it for.
Absolutely.
Okay, so if you're making that 300K, it doesn't matter what she's making because you're comfortable financially. Okay, long as she's meeting your needs, I mean, she's giving you peace in your life. She's giving you harmony. You have good energy, good chemistry. She's your friend. Money's no longer a factor if you have trust. If you can trust that this is my soulmate, this is my life partner, I don't have to worry about that. But so many women see this. Why does he have to make 300K? You can live off of much less. Yes. But there's an agenda there because
it's a false sense of security. They want to feel secure.
It's not a false sense of security. It's an agenda with an exit plan.
Well, I'm saying it's false. It is, but it's also false. They want to sit here in front like that's security. It's not security. It's not because it's a very unrealistic way of looking at it.
So a woman who expects a man to make 3,000, what she brings to the table? I would think she's materialistic, and I would tell him to run. It's like if all she's looking at your bank account, run.
Right. It doesn't matter what. That shouldn't matter what he makes. Can you live the lifestyle you guys want to live? Are you happy? Are you getting along? Are you eating? Do you have the necessities of life? And are you happy together? Are you into each other? Do you have good energy? Do you have trust, friendship, communication, friendship? Those 4 foundations of a strong relationship. Is all that in place? If not, it's a recipe for disaster, and you're setting yourself up for failure. A lot of people are looking at it, well, if I have to end this, I'm going to be good. I'm getting child support. I'm getting spouse support. I'm getting the house. I'm getting this, that, and the third. And she makes a good point. Well, what does the man get? I mean, but all he wants is a lifetime of happiness, harmony with his soulmate.
But it should be like that even in the dating phase.
It should be.
People come into, I'm just going to say women come into the dating phase expecting having these expectations. I was like, this is a dating phase. It's supposed to be a dual.
If he meets those expectations, now you want to be a boss bitch, blah, blah, and out there you're going with this.
That don't make you a boss. Yes.
Song of the music. Who is it? Lotto?
Who knows?
I love Lotto. Slade. Shouts out to Lotto.
Yeah, I love Lotto.
Shouts out to Glorilla. Shouts out to the City Girls.
Bill Spade, hair Slade, nails done, keep the pussy juicy.
Cardi B. Megan Thee Stallion, Nicki Minaj. Shouts out
more than that.
You should come on real quickly. Kenneth had a question for. I don't want to bypass because it was interesting. I think it was.
Right there. Well, would you care about what the man thought of you? I think this is for you, Tama. If you were attracted to him.
Okay, I don't change who I am. Mm-hmm. So if someone's attracted to me, I'm attracted to them. They're gonna like me because of the way I am, right?
So here goes. What about not you? I'm talking about this color right here.
Like my makeup during the week. Other than coming here, I'm wearing makeup. So if you see me out, I'm not probably wearing makeup. Someone expects me to wear makeup. Oh well, that's an expectation you have. You're gonna be disappointed. If I'm going out somewhere like to a club, to dinner, whatever, then I'll wear makeup. So they're gonna like me for me, and if they don't like me for me, I'm not gonna be attracted to them anyway.
Exactly. And a lot of men are superficial like that.
Right.
I mean, if you don't like her for who she is and how she looks, however she wants to present herself, then it's time for you to move on. Then you don't like her because that's who she is.
Value each other for who you are.
You don't think your partner should make any suggestions whatsoever on those type of things, even in the future in the relationship? Like about what you're wearing that doesn't look particularly good, or
well, that's why you take your time in your dating and you see how they dress, you see how they carry themselves,
I agree.
See how their makeup is.
Are you compatible?
And you see if you don't like it, that's who they are. You don't like who that person is.
I mean, it should be like that.
Expect them to change.
I do think people do make suggestions. Now, whether or not you follow the suggestions, I don't. That's up to you.
You make suggestions based on something dislike.
Could be.
Now let's suppose.
Or it could be improvement. You could see it as improvement. But why can't you accept it for what it is?
So a woman says, hey, I think you might look good bald. Would you get offended if Hypothetically, your woman said that. Would that be?
No.
So then that's
I
what I'm
would
asking.
be open to try it. I would be open to shave my head.
What is wrong with being open
if you want to?
Right. If I want to, I would be open
Now,
to it.
suppose I'm going to someone and I'm wearing a dress and let's suppose we're living together, whatever. We're in a relationship, we're living together. And he likes to see me in a certain dress, and I'm like, I'm wearing a dress. He's like, I really like this dress on you. It looks sexy. Depending on how he approaches me, I might change my dress. If he says, I don't like that dress. It all depends on how they approach you.
Right.
How they talk to you with respect and,
This just happened to me the other day. My homegirl was like, what do you think I should wear? This, that, or the third? I got church going on, and is this too form fitting? I was like, yeah, because she had on something that I was just like, I don't know what this is. It's like something my Aunt Agnes or my Nana would pick up at Walmart or whatever. Don't walk out of the house with that on. And then she was just going through different outfits to where I was like, that one right there. And because we've known each other for a minute, and she knows I was just being petty and funny at the same time. I didn't mean any harm in my suggestions. She went with what I thought she looked best in.
That's what I'm saying.
And
sometimes people make suggestions.
Yeah.
Right. And in essence,
but she asked me though. It wasn't something that I like. Yeah, she asked me, so that's the only reason why I engaged.
And many times she doesn't have to ask.
Right.
She puts that on and comes around the corner. Your body language in 0.75 seconds is going to tell her if you like that or not.
Some people don't pick up body language. They don't know how to read a room.
Oh, most women are looking for that before a word comes out.
Women, you tell.
They're looking for your action before your words. Because if your words don't mirror your actions, she's going to say, but I thought you liked it. When you come out with, but your body language, what is it too revealing? Is it?
But what's wrong with open communication?
There's nothing wrong with open communication.
Hey, if you don't like something, I don't like it. Like what's wrong with that? But
your actions are going to tell you if you like it or dislike it before your words.
But she might like it and be like, well, supersede what I like.
She put on something.
Nothing wrong with respectful open communication.
Right.
Yeah.
She put on something. I just looked at her like, she knew before I even said something. Yeah, that ain't it.
Yeah.
Don't tell her you don't like it. Suggest something that looks better.
I did do that, Doc. I ain't gonna lie to you. I was like, I don't like that. So
there you go.
You should take
wrong
that.
Answer.
You should take that off.
Doc said that's a wrong answer.
I'm just telling y'all that I don't. You're asking me, so it's just like, well, I don't like it. You can go out into the world with that bullshit if you want to, but me,
So Doc, you're saying what Nick said.
But I'm coming to her from like the homie perspective. It's just us,
Right.
Yeah.
So
I had a guy I dated for a while, and he had this one black shirt. He looked really good in.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, would you wear that one black shirt I like?
See?
And he put it on, didn't he?
He sure did.
Right.
I didn't say I didn't like the other ones. I said, hey, I really like the way you look in that shirt.
But
This brother put time in his comment. Let's hear what he had to say.
Kenneth said, I think as a courtship or dating continues with the pair, communication on all levels should become relaxed and non-offensive. Making significant other should be embraced and considered if you truly dig this person. Their opinions do matter.
Exactly.
Yeah.
The power of suggestion.
Yes.
The power of suggestion.
Right, the power that I bestowed upon her, my suggestion, she ended up changing from that muumuu she had on to this nice dress that she also had.
Be able to have that type of communication, I would think, in a relationship, or even if you like the person, you want to look your best,
right?
And sometimes
you should be able to say, baby,
that's
and
not
y'all
working.
laugh about
And she
it.
should
Because
be
you
able
don't
to do
want
the
to.
same.
Right.
And I told her, I'm not going to have you out.
Yeah.
It wouldn't be like if you first start dating somebody, the first date or second date or whatever, you're like, that's ugly.
Right.
It's all about the relationship you have established
Right.
and how you approach it and how you
like
word it.
I said,
as
she
time
knows
Exactly.
me. So
Part of your
she
attraction
knows.
to her is the way she carries herself, the way she
Right.
puts herself together.
I'm not going to have you out here looking crazy. So if you're asking me, I'm going to let
No,
you
she's
know.
not going to have herself out
No.
there looking
I
crazy.
mean, I would hope not.
And she's not going to have you looking crazy either.
And co-signing it.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Walk
So
outside with a quilt on. I mean, shit.
I do get what Tia's saying about acceptance, but accepting somebody how they are, but it's always improvements can always be made too.
Facts, Kenneth. Hey man, that's why I'm pretty spiffy with my wardrobe now because my homegirls.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah, he was dressing like a bum at once upon a time.
Now you got your
Who
grown.
was?
Kev, apparently. He was on that. You know how Russell Wilson came into the game all weird from jeans and Ranger Rick boot, Hawaiian shirt.
Sierra changed that. Sierra changed his game plan.
Right, he looked like Shaft now.
You know?
So we kind of got off the topic. We kind of drifted a little bit.
We did. I was gonna bring it back.
Okay.
So just real quick, so we can get to the next topic. Do you agree that men aren't leaving relationships? It's women that's leaving the relationship.
I believe. Yes.
Okay.
Yes, that's true.
Okay. Real quick, what are your thoughts, and then we'll just go around the room.
I think men can be more forgiving and think that we can make it through this more than a woman can. And she's looking at both sides as to what if I stay, what if I leave. Okay. And more often than not, she has more to gain if they're married by her leaving. And it doesn't always work that way, but sometimes they go into it looking at it like that. They want this high figure, this and that. They want to be provided for, hair, nails. But, well, there's nothing wrong with it, but then they don't want to be submissive.
Submit.
Bad word. It's not a bad word, and it's not a bad thing. But people put a negative spin
negative connotation on it.
As if a woman that submits or is submissive to her man is like a doormat and can't talk and has to ask permission.
You're supposed to submit to each other.
Question.
Okay, I want to get your thoughts on it too. Doc, I appreciate your answer. Go ahead,
Talk
Tamer.
about submission. Is that based on Christian theory?
Oh,
some would say. Some would say.
I'm not really Christian.
No.
Okay, all right.
Submission is not.
Tamer, can you go? I want you to answer because we're about to get off track. We're about to get off.
No, that's all right. We gotta let this. Well,
all right.
So I gotta hear this one.
Submission is based on traditional family values. That's what it's based on.
And they're saying a lot of women these days, modern women, don't have that, nor do they want it
at all.
The traditional family value.
But they want a traditional family man.
Right.
That's going to do all the providing.
Right.
That's only half of the equation.
How does that work?
Yeah.
Tamer, how does that
work? Okay, Barry, you guys know me. Am I the traditional woman?
You're not traditional.
Based on our testimony from last,
or your testimony,
we gotta take you out of we gotta take you out of the equation. Remember, we gotta take
you out.
I can only base my opinion on me.
No.
You
know a lot of women. Base your
the women I know
on what
we're not traditional.
Okay, go ahead, Tamer. Finish your thought on this.
I don't even remember what the question was.
The question is, do you feel as though men are the ones leaving relationships? It's women that are more so leaving relationships. So men aren't leaving relationships. Women are.
Women are leaving relationships.
I know some of both.
And marriages.
Yeah, we can talk both. We can talk both. Because we know that women are the ones that are more so prone to initiate the divorce. I think it's like 70% of women are the ones that initiate divorce.
My question is, why are they initiating divorce? What's going on that they're divorcing?
Fair point.
So
fair point. Fair question.
I mean, is there domestic violence? Is there infidelity? Or did they grow apart? What is the reason the divorce is happening? Because there's certain things. I mean, I don't know what the statistics are for domestic violence, but if someone's beating you up, leave.
Yeah. According to the video,
if someone's cheating on you, leave.
According to the video, the women are ungrateful, and they just leave because they're not getting what they want.
We take those off the plate.
I don't believe they're all leaving because they're ungrateful. I don't believe all that.
I'm just going according to what the video.
So you don't think it's okay?
From my experience, I don't think they're leaving because I'm ungrateful.
Okay,
that's not my knowledge.
Well, maybe they leave because they see they have more to gain and they have options.
A lot of times it is. Sometimes you get.
Sometimes they think the grass is green on the other side.
A lot of times it is. I would say.
But it can be just spray paint.
Fake
grass.
I was going to ask B, why do you think that? But we gonna get off track. What B? Your thoughts on this before we roll into the next topic?
I agree. Women do leave. When it gets to a point, when women get fed up, when a woman's fed up, it's gone. She's gone, and she'll initiate. Men will stay and suffer in silence, and stay if they have kids. They'll just try to stay and power through. But you can tell if a man is really into it.
And some will stay even if they're not into it because
it's
that's
comfortable.
What they're committed to.
You're committed to it, and you're comfortable. And a lot of times,
I wouldn't say comfortable, but complacent.
complacent, but I would say some comfort level there. Coming home to your home, that's being comfortable.
But what if it's a toxic environment?
But you're still coming to your home.
Then someone should make changes.
But
it's comfortable, brother.
Toxicity is not comfortable.
No.
But what the question, and I agree with you, but there's a strong but in there. Women will leave. Men will stay put.
I know a man.
Unfortunately.
I know a man.
That's true. That's true.
I know a man whose father had a whole family across the town in the city.
Oh.
And he left his first wife for this man's mom. Never divorced her.
Damn.
But had a whole second family with the second woman. And he just kind of disowned the other kids and all that. He's went to the second family and raised more kids with this other woman. So some men will leave. I'm not saying all, but there's always men who will leave and always women who will leave.
All right. All right. What one won't do, the other will.
And maybe she stayed because she had no options, and it was for security.
All
it's
right.
funny though. I always say this. Usually, I think when women do leave, they got something on the back burner.
They got options.
Nah,
I'm not saying they're cheating. I didn't say that. I just said they
Options.
got something, which is options.
I think often when women stay, if they're unhappy, it's because they don't feel like they have options, like they feel like they're stuck. Quite often, women do feel stuck. They feel like they got kids they got to take care of. They can't afford it on their own. They can't afford, childcare. They don't may not be making as much money as he is, and so they feel stuck. So some women just stay because they're stuck, and that's the wrong reason to stay.
All right. Appreciate y'all chiming in. Hey, once again, like, share, subscribe, hit that notification bell if you're checking us out via YouTube so that you can throw us into the algorithm to push the content even further into other spaces, into other people's, peripherals, site, whatever have you.
Yes.
Yeah, man, we're going to keep it moving. So let me, all right, so we got the last topic. Let me get my banner up. Is today's dating this video, man, so goddamn ratchet. Oh my gosh. All right. Go ahead and throw it up.
Oh, this
video. I don't know this one.
I saw this video.
All right, let me go ahead and play it.
Our way. What's wrong with IHOP? What's wrong with IHOP? This is we on? Like, what's the problem?
Stop. Put your phone down.
No, what's the problem? What's the problem? Because women, listen, women like you always be talking about, y'all just pick me up. Y'all can pick the date. Just take me on a date. We finally take you all on dates.
What do you mean?
It don't matter. You always crying about going on dates. Why do it matter with a? Wow, it's IHOP.
I'm not gonna walk in.
Wow, it's IHOP. I'm not gonna take you home.
Take me home.
I didn't came all about an hour away from me. You think I'm gonna take you all the way back to the crib?
Well, catch me an Uber then.
I'm not gonna. That's like $100. I'm not doing that. Listen, why would you? Listen, I'm taking you out on the date. It don't matter what.
Take me home.
Why do it matter where you eat at?
In there, take me home. I'm not even playing.
Why do it matter?
No,
I'm gonna keep recording you because why do it matter where we eat at? Why do it matter where we eat at? Why the matter where we eat at? Why the matter where we eat at? Why the matter where we eat at? Bro, that's why I'm like you, bro. You talk high class. Where you want to go? Where you want to go?
This is a prime.
I turn this shit off.
Okay, is my mic on?
She got issues. What is wrong with her?
This is a prime example of meet people where they at. She's dressed in spandex and a tank top and want to go somewhere better than IHOP.
I know she's not dressed for
If we're going on a date and you come up dressed like that, we're stocking at the corner store, picking up some wings and some Frank's Red Hot, and you eating in your lap.
Doc, she wanted to go to Papa Do's. She wanted to go to Roof Chris. She wanted to go
dressed like that.
Yeah, that's what she said.
You're dressed like you want to go to Starbucks and get a Caesar chicken wrap.
There are some women that want to dictate your style or see what your style is and want you to plan and do all these things
to
showcase, right?
Right. And there's nothing wrong with that. I believe a man should, if you're going to take a woman out, you have a plan of where you're going to go, what you're going to do, and you be on time, you pick her up, you make reservations, you do whatever it takes, and she doesn't have to put any effort into that day.
Okay.
However, you don't drive an hour and take a woman to IHOP. But by the way she was dressed, it was the middle of the day. She shouldn't matter. And she should have handled that differently. She should have said, I don't like IHOP. Let's go to Applebee's. Okay. You're in your same price range, but you can't come dressed in spandex and short time on let's go to Palisades or Canlis.
But I think
hold on. Somebody said she's dressed to go to John the fucking
right. That's what I'm talking about.
She is.
Get you a smoothie and a lettuce wrap and keep it pushing.
But are we missing a point though? If he's planning the day, whatever the date.
What if that's the date that he actually planned?
If that's the date he's playing, so be it.
Right.
So be it. It shouldn't matter if you planned the date. He took her someplace. They enjoy each other's company.
Right.
Because I'm pretty sure he might have something else planned.
Exactly.
You don't know. So for you to act like you're too good for something when you don't have to really put in forth no effort.
Right.
I'm guaranteeing she didn't put forth no effort.
Right.
To me, it's just it's asinine.
Right.
And that's kind of some of the issues I think men are having with the dating in today's game. And that's why some men that like dating is trash is because the expectation level.
The expectation level from this hip hop culture.
I think she should have said something before one of the dates saying, okay, we're going to breakfast. And she should have let you know, okay, let's discuss something. She said if she had expectation of going somewhere nice, one should have dressed nicer. And two should put that out there as like, I really don't like IHOP for whatever reason. Maybe she doesn't like the food there, the service, she had bad experience. I don't know. But put that out there, have a conversation before he picks you up.
Right.
Or before you meet him.
And if she's a woman of any kind of culture,
which she's not,
you don't have to tell her that. If you tell her I made reservations, she will dress accordingly. You don't make reservations at IHOP.
You can tell these were some young bucks though.
Right. Young.
They don't know. They don't know. Well, but they don't know no better. You got folks out there that they don't know.
If you made reservations, you have to dress accordingly.
Right.
Okay, you should know that. If there's no reservation, dress how you want. Go with it. If you don't like IHOP, there's a way you deliver that. I don't really like IHOP. Let's go to Applebee's, Olive Garden, something. That's all in the same price.
He could have took her to Cheesecake Factory at least.
Right. There you go.
But
she didn't have to come that way. I ain't going to no damn IHOP. I just took her to AM/PM and got her a hot dog and told her to keep it pushing.
And it also matters. I think it goes into how long they've been dating. Is it the first date, second date?
That looked like the first date to me.
It looked like a first date.
It had to be because if they've been dating for a while, then they would know.
She would have been tripping.
Right. They would know what each other likes.
Red Lobster.
Yeah.
No, it's just if I go to dinner with somebody,
why is everybody banging on Red Lobster?
I've never had it.
I
gotta go.
I
like Red Lobster. I like snow crab and lobster tail.
The biscuits.
Oh, the biscuits. On point.
That's all I keep hearing about. The craziest.
Oh
the
man,
biscuits.
the cheddar biscuits.
The cheddar biscuits.
They're so good.
Come
all
on,
that
man.
butter in those things.
It's not a high-end restaurant, but you go there and you get good quality food. You don't dress up and make reservations. There's no reservations at Red Lobster.
Oh, okay. So, you just say,
but I guess not every day it has to be a 5-star.
It doesn't.
No, not at all.
It doesn't.
But
the first impressions, though,
No, but you may pick someone up for a meet and greet, a quick lunch date, go to taco time. If you have a problem with taco time, what's wrong with taco time?
Yeah.
I personally wouldn't do that for the first date.
Well, I guess
but I get what you're saying.
If you meet someone in the middle of the day, let's break the ice. Let's have a quick lunch. We're both at work. Boom, you stop at taco time. You have a conversation over a healthy,
I've had that where,
lunch,
and then the person
was
tripping about that. I'm sitting here like, if it's the initial date,
right?
This is the first, kind of the first time.
Yeah.
We don't even know if we were vibing like that. We don't know what
right.
What
and you increase. You raise the bar as you go, because you don't set the bar at Catalyst and Palisades on your first date.
On your first date.
Then where do you go from there?
Real quick, somebody said they happy with Popeyes or Burger King. I'm simple.
Yeah,
I mean, sometimes.
Why is it not showing names?
And for me personally,
because you got to put it.
I don't really do fast food, and I tell people that up front. I'm not a fast food person.
Yeah.
So, but I let that be known right away. I just don't do fast
food.
Look,
Doc.
So it's not the first date.
She said, He said, "You not taking me to no damn taco."
Well, he didn't say first date. He said initial meetup.
Initial meetup,
Meetup
like
is different
icebreaker, meet and greet. It's not
Yeah,
a date.
that's not a date.
We
That's
both
totally-
got an hour. Boom.
Yeah.
Let's stop at what's convenient.
That's it. That's
you know?
initial.
We may go sit in a bakery and have coffee and a croissant.
There you go.
know?
There you go.
You
There
know?
you go. The taco time.
It's just amazing to me. Like the place would be that big a deal when it's like the initial before you guys even agreed on the date.
Right.
If we're just a couple minutes, maybe even a walk, something.
It's
Right.
simple. This is why I like to communicate and ask questions. Like, look, I'd like to take you out. Is there anything that you are opposed to, or anything that you like? Because I want to make sure that we are both meeting in the middle. It is no skin off my back. We can go wherever, but like just have that communication. And if I'm not going to do that, and I've caught myself surprising her, then I'm not going to take her to. I'm not taking her to IHOP or Denny's. Taco time or anything like that. That's just me though.
On a date.
Yeah, a date.
If you're planning a date.
But we're talking about a date. We're not talking about a meetup.
Right.
The question is today's date.
Right.
The question is today's dating culture that bad? Not meetup culture, dating culture.
Well,
dating.
Well, dating implies more than a first date,
yeah.
and it continues. And the expectations of some men and some women are unrealistic. Why can't people just come in being who you are? Present yourself as such. Don't bring that high-level representative of yourself on the first date. Just be yourself. Be transparent,
right.
and let
have
things happen.
expectations for other people to,
Let it happen
let it happen
organically,
That's
or
I
not.
agree.
Yeah,
Right. There you go.
yeah.
I mean, a lot of times it's that people come in with these outrageous expectation about what the other person is like. Hold on here.
Well,
Half the
first
place
of
I've
all,
been, you don't even
I
you
see
can't even
it-
pronounce.
I see it as a red flag if I plan a first date and you come up with any expectations on that first date. That's a red flag to me. Any expectations. If I plan this out.
What's an example of
Yeah,
a woman
what-
coming with the
Right,
expectations?
what's
Because
an
I know you
example of
got
that?
a CVS receipts
I want to
list
hear something about this one.
was worth of examples.
If I put my time into taking you to this restaurant, then I have something else planned. Then I have something else planned. Well, if you come out with the expectation, well, I want to go to Ruth Chris, or I want to go to John Howie, or
El
I want to go to El Gacho. Well, that's not what I have planned.
Oh, okay.
You know,
Okay.
so
Especially
that's your
if she's not- you say
expectation.
especially if she's not covering.
Right. It doesn't matter who's covering, but that just tells me you're not coming out to be with me.
And that's what we're saying.
Exactly.
You're coming out to go to El Gaucho, Palisades, Canlis,
To
whatever.
be seen. All right.
Reveal.
Yeah.
All right. That's fair.
Enjoy the company that you're with. The atmosphere. I mean, if the man doesn't create a good atmosphere where you can enjoy each other, well, that's on
Yeah,
him.
because it shouldn't matter. If you go to Canlis, you can't stand the person. It's not gonna.
It's not going to
discussed
make it any
before.
better.
Huh?
Right.
We discussed it before about the money spent doesn't make the date the
Yeah.
fun part.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Like.
But what people say is this dating, you come in with these high expectations, and it just
Who's
meeting
more so
someone-
prone to come in with the high expectations, men or women?
Are women, because they want to be wined and dined, and they're living this hip hop culture.
I would
A lot of
agree
women.
with
But if you have
Oh,
a
you say
conversation,
you do?
I agree with that.
if you have a conversation before the date,
Mhm.
because before you get to the first date, you've had
You
conversations.
should have.
And
Unless it's a
if
blind date.
you're not vibing, then there's no need for even a first date. And because that's kind of a next level. We're looking, if you're dating with intent,
Okay.
you're looking to create some sort of a future with this person, and you can see you see the possibility of this going somewhere, or
Okay.
else I'm not even going to go out on a date with you.
Tammy, you
also-
agree
I'm
with
not
Doc,
just
right?
wasting
Okay.
my
Also,
time.
to me, I think that dating. Okay, when I go on dates, I've been out with many people here and there. I date different people now and then because I don't know which person I'm gonna want to be with long term. So dating is it's like an interview process. We
Right.
said before.
It's
So
test drive.
It is. So I think that for me, dating is if you're actually on a date, there is some type of romantic
There should be. Yes.
interest.
Right.
There
Yes.
should be romantic interest.
Exactly.
Or potential for romantic
Yeah.
interest. It may
I'm
not
about to
be-
say ramping up to it.
There may be
Yeah.
a potential for romantic interest in the future. So you get to know each other. Say, hey,
But
do
that's
we
why
get
you're
to
doing
love?
it. It's
Exactly,
for the romantic.
exactly.
You're not doing it. That's
Right.
not a date. That's just hanging out. If you're hanging out, then it shouldn't be no expectation.
Right.
But to me, when you start going into dating, there is a expectation possibly that it's going to lead to something substantial.
Well, there is going on a date, and then there's dating. So there's, to me, those are different. You can go on a date with somebody, not be dating that person.
Okay, so let me ask y'all a question.
Because I want.
Let me ask you. Go ahead, B.
No. I was going to say, yeah, but again, I think dating, and this is why I think for me run into it, because it's the expectation level that goes into, even when you say just a date, that goes into it. And I don't know, it's not necessarily a bad thing, but it's something to be aware of. And I think more men that's why men are becoming reluctant. They're like, wait a minute.
And that's why they're getting their passports and going overseas.
Okay, I gotta, plan it. I gotta do all these things. Is it, at the end of the day, is it worth it?
Right.
Is
and
it really worth it?
You don't go into it and make these plans if you don't see the possibility of it being worth it.
For some, it is worth it. For some, it's not.
I mean, if it's not worth it, well, it was worth the effort in finding out that no, it's not worth it. Right. We're not going to move on. But then a lot of men go into it with these expectations. She says, "Oh, I want to go to John Howard." Well, okay, he's thinking, okay, well, I spent his $300 on dinner.
I could have got an escort for $300.
No, but what he's thinking is, she's fine. That dress gonna be on the floor at the foot of my bed after this dinner. That's his expectations, which are unrealistic.
Okay, so you think it's unrealistic? Okay,
and when he
that is an expectation,
which is unrealistic, because he think he spent $300 on dinner. He get to smack the yams.
Right, he's like, I just bought her pussy.
Right, exactly. He's smacking yams. And she's thinking, and he's thinking that by her asking him to spend this kind of money, that she want them yams smacked, So he's thinking yam smacking. She's thinking about getting a $300 dinner and bouncing, She might want to be meeting her girls out later,
So what I'm saying, is that a bad thing? Is that a bad thing either way though? Because
it's unrealistic expectations
on both sides, or
on both sides.
That's
be transparent and have effective communication on where you think this can go. There's nothing wrong with the first date of saying what you feel. This is where I feel this is going. This is how I feel this is going.
Yes. But then
communicate.
That's what I'm looking for.
Or if it's not going well, saying, you know what? Let's just finish these drinks and call it good because I'm really not feeling this.
And that's okay.
And you deserve somebody that's going to feel
or
you
just
better
ghost
than
them.
I'm feeling you. So,
ghosting. I don't think ghosting.
It's not ghost.
Just ghost. No, I'm saying or ghost them.
Or ghosting.
Be mad about it.
Be an adult about it.
I'm not feeling you the way you need to be felt.
But
So,
then some
you
people
deserve better than I feel for you. So
some people don't want to hear I always say people want to hear the truth. People want to hear the truth when it sounds and feels good. They don't want to hear the truth.
When it benefits them. When it benefits them, they want to hear the truth.
And exactly. No one's communicating.
And there's nothing wrong with communicating like that.
But
I mean, you be respected for being honest.
But they're
communicate. Be upfront. Save yourself heartache, headache, and a few dollars, and cut it short. So,
all right. So let me ask you. So Barry, is today's dating culture that bad?
No.
Have you had any experiences where, for you could anchor to this notion?
Yeah.
Recently, in the past.
Oh, there you go. I told him about something.
I don't know why table laughing. You next.
Oh God.
Yeah.
She don't watch the show, so I can't say a lot. But
yeah, you can.
No. Yeah, yes. But I don't think the dating culture is bad. I really don't. I think it's just misrepresented in a lot of ways. Because I think a lot of times people are not overall truthful, and that's the issue. I
would agree with that.
It's they say one thing, but they mean something
God.
totally different.
Man.
I had somebody tell me, you don't want nothing nothing casual. So you don't try nothing. Then they're like, well, you're not interested.
Nothing casual. What do you mean?
No casual sex.
We ain't smashing. Don't think that we about to be, smashing afterwards.
Oh, okay.
And so when my man's was like, all right, well, let me go ahead and just drop you off at home and thank you, and boom. And then she pulls the whole, I just don't think this is going to work because you're not interested in me and blah, 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 blah,
That's
blah.
mixed signals right there.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's mixed signals.
Exactly.
Which one is it?
But if you're really feeling her, a lot of men are into the thrill of the chase. and they will continue to pursue
Doc,
it
don't
as
nobody
long
got
as
time.
you see
nobody.
things.
Don't
Doc,
nobody
Doc,
got time for
Doc,
that,
Doc,
Doc.
hold on.
The thrill of the chase.
Doc,
No
you
one
got
has time for that.
I don't got no time for all that, brother.
Life
Okay,
is
so
too
the
short.
brother before you didn't either, and the brother before you didn't either.
This next
And-
brother
and
can
so,
have it.
so they were all smashing
I'm not
and
bothered.
dashing, and now it's your turn. So what are you getting?
I'm not bothered though.
Skeet and
Because
skedaddle.
my thing is, you say what it is. If you're gonna tell me that it's casual, you don't do casual, then don't have the expectation. I want to try to. You didn't have to say anything.
You don't do casual because
Cool.
I don't.
I
I
ain't
don't like
tripping.
casual. I don't.
Well, I didn't say that.
Huh?
I didn't say that.
Listen,
I'm just-
somebody said the thrill is gone.
The thrill is gone. So it's this notion that you're supposed to read between the lines. You're supposed to know exactly what the person is
That's
saying.
ridiculous.
Who's gonna know that?
No reading between the lines.
So it's not-
Be
so-
transparent. Come correct.
That's what I'm saying.
Come
But
clear.
if they're not doing that, Doc, that's what I think. That's
And
what
then you
Gary
get in your
said, too.
feelings because it doesn't turn out the way.
Then that's when you ask questions.
Well, Barry, you can just say next.
I mean, I'm not.
I mean, you can,
don't
but
waste
then
your
like
time with it.
I'm
That's-
not tripping. I'm not.
If they're playing games like that,
it's not really.
it's not
I
worth
don't
anyone's
even
time.
know if it's a game. I just think that
we grown. Come
Well,
on.
you lay on the table where you're at, what you're feeling, where you want this to go, and you find out, are we on the same page? Are we, am I playing hockey and you on the tennis court, or
Somebody said you might as well just speed date this.
I mean, it is. But all I'm saying is just that the dating process. It is. To me, it should be fun. I always say,
right? It should be fun. If it's not,
if I got to
fun,
sit there,
that's
and,
a wrap.
Yeah, why do it?
I'm not going to do it.
Yeah.
I just don't have the patience or time. I'm not.
Tama, is dating?
Is it 9 o'clock yet?
Is today's dating culture that bad?
Okay, I haven't really had a bunch of bad dates.
Okay.
I mean, the dates I've gone on have been pretty good. I did have an experience after a date that was less than stellar, but the dating itself, the dates I've been on have been good dates.
Okay.
Because I mean, I tend to talk to people before we go on a date,
Mhm.
and we kind of know where we're at. You know what I mean? So for my experience, I enjoy the dating culture I have that I've been presented with and am experiencing.
Any recent mishaps?
Get her.
Okay, well,
You don't watch the show, don't
You watch
you?
the
Just
show.
be safe. You
right?
safe.
He doesn't have Facebook.
Damn.
So
She found that out. Oh, by the way, I'm talking about your ass.
I asked him. I asked him,
Oh,
"Get Facebook?" And he said no.
He said, "I don't have Wi-Fi."
So I went on a date for lunch. Lunch date was good. We went on a lunch date, and it was a nice date. We sat. We talked about systemic racism. We talked about politics. We talked about different
Okay.
books and things.
All right.
Black empowerment. Lots of really great conversation. I told him I'm not a traditional
Ooh, that's a
person.
lot.
Yeah, we talked about a lot of stuff. And
Let's
the
talk
game-
about some sex.
And the game,
What about?
that didn't come up. And the game was
Damn,
on.
y'all
and
are something else.
Okay,
and then
you don't see you're happy about it, don't see?
so the game was on, and go Hawks. We're watching the Seahawks game at the same time. It was great. That was good.
Books?
We talked about books as well.
Okay.
And so then I told him that I don't really conform to traditional gender roles.
Oh snap!
I mean, you guys
And then
know
and,
me.
and he said you're too masculine for me. I have to.
No.
I'm just messing with you.
And so I told him, I feel like that is up to each person, each relationship. Like if the man wants to like stay home with kids and the wife wants to works for them, then do that. If he wants to work and she wants to stay home, do that. If they both want to work, do that. But whatever works for that couple, what they should do. I'm not going to ever tell someone to do what they should do, right?
Right.
I don't conform to that.
So it sounds like it went pretty good.
It did.
Okay.
And then
Uh-oh.
he sent me this misogynistic bullshit video yesterday. I called him and said, "What the fuck was that trash you just sent me?" And I was like, "What was up with that?"
And what was his explanation?
He said, "Well, I thought he sent this video, right?" He goes, "I sent you some videos to watch. We can discuss them later, like homework. You give me homework now? Seriously, you're gonna give me homework?"
Giving you homework, or is that how you took it?
He goes, "I sent this video to watch. We can discuss them later."
Okay.
It's
okay.
not if you want to discuss them.
The after school special.
It's like homework. I'm like, it felt like homework. I'm like, I'm a grown ass woman. Give me homework. So I called him and I said, "What the fuck was that?" And he goes, "Well, I thought we'd have a discussion about bias." I go, "And you couldn't think of anything besides misogyny for bias?" Okay, here's a discussion. He's a misogynistic idiot in a discussion.
So
Next.
The video was misogynistic.
It was very misogynistic.
Oh, okay.
And so he laughed a bit, may have been nervous laughter, I don't know. And so I'll never again. I said, good, because that gets nowhere with me. And any friendship we're trying to develop, you really are negatively impacting with things like that. So going forward, keep that shit to yourself.
Oh wow.
Well, that took care of that.
Maybe you guys should have watched that together.
Someone said
had a discussion.
Well, he shouldn't have sent. He probably
If there
shouldn't have
had been
sent that. He should have read the room.
beforehand.
But that's what I told you. People don't always read the room right.
If we had discussion beforehand about misogyny, whatever, and then he sent it, one thing. But here's some videos, and we'll discuss them later. What?
Yeah,
you should have. You should have read the room, bro. Yeah.
Someone said you set the stage for that, though.
How the hell did I set the stage for that?
But Nick did call me out because he said,
yeah, go ahead.
I will say this, Doc. Was I wrong? Sometimes.
Please tell him, because I think Doc's gonna agree with.
Let me hear this.
Okay, so we're at the so we go to the Chris Rock concert.
Okay,
it's cool and whatnot, and I see a couple people from the group that were there. Shopkulture.
Okay.
I went in the restroom, and they came out, and I was talking to them.
Okay, male or female?
They're females.
Okay.
Oh, you didn't tell me.
Oh, I didn't say that?
No, you just said it was people. I didn't know.
Well, people means women. Yeah. No?
She saw was body language. Was there physical contact?
Well, because I took a picture with them.
Okay.
It was two ladies, older ladies. So I just had both of them taking a picture.
Okay.
So we get back, and she's like, "You didn't introduce me." Was I supposed?
That's exactly what I said, Doc.
That is
exactly what I said.
But she came. It was almost at the end of the interaction, though.
So she feels unimportant to you in your life.
It was the second date. I think
slighted
as a non-factor.
That's crazy.
Excluded.
Felt slighted.
Yeah.
It was the second
and excluded, as if, and then thoughts may have gone through her head as if
somebody said that was a red flag.
That was the second date, though.
It doesn't matter.
What was I supposed to say? Just her name?
Supposed to introduce her.
Yes,
I can't do that.
You bring her.
That's side chick stuff.
To anyone.
That's side chick shit.
That is not side chick stuff.
Okay. Vote here. Nick says side chick. I say side chick. What do you say?
It can't be a side chick.
Sneaky link.
It can't be side
chick. AKA side chicks.
It was nothing. It was not. It's not even close.
It's
to
none
it.
of that. But that's what it comes off as.
Right.
I told her. I said.
Excluded. Right. Like you're saying to me.
Yeah.
Honestly, I said I didn't want to offend you. I didn't know how to refer to you.
Oh my God.
And so
I
showed her those teeth. I showed her those teeth. Give her that wink.
B. Hold on. I gotta ask. I gotta ask. You didn't know how to refer to her. Refer to her. What was her? Hold on.
She said, "I'm done with your."
A simple. This is and her name.
Her name, exactly.
This is and her name.
Some people.
I didn't know how to refer to her. God,
no, I didn't.
You don't have to say this is my girlfriend or a friend.
My friend, girlfriend, lady.
This is
Jane. This is Mary.
Pretty simple.
Well, and all I said was, I'm looking at it from my perspective, is that if the role was reversed, I wouldn't have minded. That's just me. I'm like,
Somebody said that was a cop out.
It wasn't no cop out. It's just I didn't do it.
So if you come back from the bathroom and you see her taking a picture with two dudes and they're engaged in conversation and you walk up and she don't introduce you,
and this is the chick you're into,
you're gonna be in your feelings a little bit.
I don't know if I would have been like that because I think I would have understood if first of all,
these big 6'4" ass niggas, and you didn't even introduce me.
But you also have to understand.
Are you fucking them?
No, these are older. They were older ladies.
Doesn't matter.
How older?
Oh damn! See, you ought to stop. They're
how old?
Attractive?
I don't look. No, they were my speed. You know my speed. They're like auntie, like
my age older.
Okay.
Well, T, I don't consider you older. Like, what do you want me to say? I don't want.
As we peel the layers back, this shit just gets more interesting.
I mean,
oh my God!
I don't.
Future reference. Just introduce it to make everyone feel included.
I don't think. Oh, thank you.
Somebody agree with me. He didn't have to. That was his. It wasn't his lady.
It's only the second date.
You were with her. Doesn't matter if you're her.
It's common decency, though.
It's common courtesy.
With you. Common courtesy.
So if I'm out with somebody, my friends, whatever, and someone I know has been talking to me, whatever, I'm gonna say, hey, this is so and so.
Right.
Just because it's common courtesy that to introduce people that are in that immediate vicinity.
If it were your sister, would you have introduced them?
Probably not. Because you know what? Because everybody handles things situations where it doesn't call for it.
So what if she would have stepped in and said, since I wasn't introduced, my name is.
I would have liked that. I was like, well, do you? I would
and
like,
then gave
okay.
you that look like.
And I'd have been like,
really?
okay, I see you, Mom.
Right.
You know, something like that. Okay, my bad.
Okay.
I didn't think
But
because again, it was a second. It was a second date.
It should just be
and
impulse.
it wasn't. No, I'm not. I just don't.
Be the type to take her to the family reunion and not introduce her.
No,
at
that's
all.
not. That's totally different. That is a totally different scenario.
This is just somebody, y'all.
No, and it's not even like
I'm
that.
playing with you.
I'm not
playing.
even. You know, because
This is what's her face.
no, I wasn't thinking like that. Like I said, we enjoyed it. It was a good time, so it wasn't really like
Different people.
Everybody do it
situations
differently, but I understand what you're saying, and I hear what you're saying, and yes, next time that's why we come on Shop Culture and we talk about stuff like that. Because I probably would, you know, yeah. But she ain't going back out with me.
Oh yeah. That much is clear. That much is clear. All right, y'all. Well, that is that's the episode, Doc, man.
And I didn't even get the answer.
Oh, go ahead. Yeah, go ahead.
Which
please.
one? Oh,
is dating culture that bad?
Yes.
Doc out here in bliss. I'm trying to get like Doc.
How did Doc get so lucky too? I mean, you lucky, bro.
It's been a very arduous.
Oh, Lord, you
hold on. Let me.
wait.
I gotta Google.
Doc, is that a word?
It is a word. I think it's spelled ARDGUOUS.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Arduous. Yes. So,
we don't know what that means, Doc. I'm so sorry. You gotta break that.
Google it. And,
You've never used that word before?
No,
I haven't.
I think I have a pretty damn good vocabulary.
I do too. Yeah, that was a first for me.
You know, going through divorce, separation, and all that, getting out there, and I've had a taste of the single life and the dating, but I'm not one to go out there, and I'm not just dating to fill time. I'm just not dating. And when I go on dates, I know that I'm dating with intent of something more long term. I'm just not out here playing Dickie Dan the community man, because I have to.
I'm using that.
What's it called, Dickie Dan?
I'm using that shit. Dickie Dan the community man.
I'm not the community man. So I have to really be feeling you, you know, before I'm going to engage in anything physical with you. So I ran into a lot of different scenarios. I ran into psycho patients. I ran into people just clingers commit. I ran into people that have seen. I had a very public marriage on social media. People that viewed that as something that it wasn't, and wanted to step into that place and do those things and just take off. And these were all red flags. And,
we remember that.
I saw that. It was
no. That's on the.
If you want her to submit, you must commit.
Right. And I did not commit until I found the one that naturally submitted.
There you go.
And I must say it was one. I'm going to say one of the top. I'm going to say the best date of my life. And we're still together.
Boom.
When you spend 12 continuous hours together,
what?
That's see one red flag. Not one. Not one red flag.
Well, half that time you must have been sleeping or something.
No. There was no sex involved.
Oh, you gotta stop.
No.
12 hours and no sex?
That's right. I planned
Okay.
a series of events.
For 12 hours?
For 12 hours.
Is that impressive?
That is, yes, that's impressive.
Oh, wow.
Man, she's smiling. You better start. All right.
She felt very well taken care
notes.
of.
I'm taking notes.
Protected. And
you introduced her to your friends?
To whoever was in my presence. I introduced her by who she was because there was no level of commitment at that time.
So it'd be her name.
Yes. But no red flags. And that has never happened to me. Usually 2 hours in, all red flags are flying up everywhere.
You gotta stop.
Waving.
And just this, I'm not talking before me, but there's, whoo. it's tiring introducing yourself over and over and over and over again.
May I ask
and
you?
representing yourself
I agree.
over and over and over again. It gets tiring until you feel that one comfort level when you introduce yourself and you can be yourself.
May I ask you one thing though?
Yeah.
Were you a little bit scared to, because you had a very public relationship previous,
Yes,
or marriage, and then going into maybe another relation where you're somewhat, because of the time factor maybe, and you're
well, there was like 6 months after separation that we met. So no, I wasn't looking to get into nothing, but anything I was going to get into, I was going to take it very, 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 very slow.
and you made that very from the straight. Yeah, you made that very clear.
Yes,
And that's cool.
I made it very clear. But on the other hand, I finally realized and knew what I wanted, and I had my checklist. It wasn't high expectations, but for so long in my life, I wanted the wrong things. Now I realize what I actually want and need.
See, some women would say, "Why is it that men wait until they're," and not to brag on your age, but why is it that some men wait until they get up in age to say what you just said?
Well, no, I've heard that, and it's not men wait to say what. It's when men get up in age and wait to say, "I'm ready to settle down."
Okay,
I've been ready to settle down since I was in my 20s, but I've always been settling down
With the wrong person,
the
you
wrong
think?
thing, because I was looking for the wrong thing, and it wasn't.
But it might not have
exactly
been
what
wrong.
I
It might have
wanted.
been like you guys evolved differently too. Because
No.
you knew?
It's because I looked at it as more of a business and more of her career and my career and how we can grow and what we can do.
Oh, the image,
and not how well we're connected, and how are we in harmony? Are we in sync? Do we share this energy? Can we communicate?
but I don't think
telepathically?
but I have to. This is what I always notice with relationships. Is that it seems like a lot of people lose that part, what you're just saying,
right?
And it's like this false sense of, and you can see it from the outside, you know, and he's like, damn, you're not really happy,
right?
But if you want me to tell you, yeah, you got to get, you know, I don't know, and it's this false sense, and I never want to be like that,
right?
I always wanted
I
to be.
have been like that, and now I have to truly feel within myself that this is what I want, this is what I got, this is what I'm going to grow, this one, and I'm comfortable with that. I feel in myself, and I'm inspired to do better. I'm inspired to be a better man. I'm inspiring you to be a better woman.
And that's what a great relationship.
Transparent and honest, and we can have dialogue. We can disagree. We can agree to disagree. We can laugh about it, and you know, all that. But the date, in a nutshell, it's rough dating. If you're over 40, know what you want. That's all I'm gonna say.
Oh shoot.
Take some time for yourself. Look inside yourself and know what you really want. What you have. Are you asking for what you already have? Or are you seeking?
Hey guys, date younger.
Date younger?
Well,
I agree with that.
What?
Date under 30.
Not for me.
I wouldn't say under 30. I'm not going to put a number on it, but
well, that typically works for
at a
men.
faster level than men. So if a 50-year-old's dating a 40-year-old woman, they're probably at about the same maturity
26 too
level.
young for you're 47?
God damn.
Lord.
I mean, y'all grown.
Divide your age.
I'm not doing no division.
Okay, there's a formula for
Wait,
that.
Tama feels some type of way about
I
that.
was going to that.
Go ahead,
But
Doc.
I'm saying that
I want to hear Tama's thoughts.
if you're 50 and you can't go no lower than 35. But if she's 40 and you're 50, you're probably at about the same maturity level, because women mature a lot faster.
Put maturity level.
Yes.
That was
You
the key
want to
word.
get someone that's on your maturity level.
You're going to feel like you babysitting. B.
Right. I have a daughter in her 20s, and some 40-year-old man comes up to my daughter, I will not react well.
Damn.
But if he's 35.
I'm 36.
Yeah.
I wouldn't want you to no.
Okay.
No, that's
This
too
is
old.
your daughter.
To me,
I
I wouldn't do my daughter.
too old,
No.
You're too
I
damn
would
old.
not react well.
That's
I'd be like, what?
Hey,
Yeah.
that's cool.
But Leah said age.
Divide your age by half and add 7.
I don't know. I think if
If she's younger than that,
I think if
she's too young.
the guy is decent, girl, whoever. I think if they're decent and they're on their P's and Q's, they're on their purpose. You know what I'm saying? I don't see an issue. They know what they're communicating. They know what they're getting into. They know what they're doing. There's no malice, no ulterior motives. I mean, I really don't. I don't judge.
Each is their own, and sometimes
people are grown and they're gonna do what they want to do regardless.
And sometimes it's the season.
Right.
My
but I'm not a parent, but I to an extent I get where a parent would come from.
I want an old man to have my daughter.
But you can't control that.
We have a very good relationship, my daughter and I, and she would know. She wouldn't bring around me.
But he might come to the door and look at you and be like, "Oh man, Mom, hey."
Oh, plot twist.
Hey.
Plot twist.
Hey, sorry, Mom. What's that? Let's go down here to this Jazz Alley. Come on.
I love Jazz Alley.
See, perfect.
All
right, y'all. Well, that's the. I mean, this was dope. Doc, it was great having you in studio again with us, man. Always dropping the gems. Can you please do us a favor? Let's take it back to how we used to do, and hit us with like I know usually you come prepared with these, but just off rip the final thought. Final thought.
Okay, I can give you a final thought, and I just want everybody to know that we always talk about relationships. Relationships are part of everyone's life, whether it's with your boss, whether it's with your kids, your significant other, or whatever. But when you come to a loving, intimate relationship, love is a vulnerable emotion. You can never build and get to love if you don't have the 4 cornerstones to a foundation to a strong relationship. Those 4 cornerstones are friendship, effective communication, trust, and respect. Those are the 4 cornerstones that build to a strong love.
There we go.
Put them in place.
Makes sense.
And
there we go. Amen.
You know who he is. We back. Shopkulture every Tuesday, 8ish.
One love.
Come on.
All right, y'all. That's game. And until next week, we are out. Y'all be safe. And again, like, share, subscribe, hit that notification bell. Get us into the algorithm. Y'all need to start checking us out on YouTube. We appreciate y'all, checking us out here on the live stream via Facebook, but YouTube, we're over there as well. So tell your friends, family, whomever, tune in, and come get this good game.
And post your scenario in the group. We want to talk about it.
I mean, we all Doc, you be shaking tables with them feel my flow joints, man. You be having folks in their feelings.
And was I wrong, Barry Crosby?
That's right, everybody. Feel my flow.
All right, y'all. That's it. We're out. See y'all next week. Peace.
Hey, you. Yeah, you. Don't you deserve a newer vehicle for 2022? Go see Ralph at Max Auto Plus Tacoma. Good credit, bad credit, always with the lowest interest rates possible. Cars, trucks, SUVs, and everyone sees the Carfax. The best customer service ever. Log on to GoSeeRalph.com or call 253-230-1494. That's 253-230-1494. Oh, one more thing. Did you know you get $200 cash money if you bring Ralph a customer? What are you waiting on? Go see Ralph. Max Auto is located at 12918 Pacific Avenue, South Tacoma. Get up and go see Ralph.
If you are in the market to buy or sell your home, land, or property, it is in your best interest to work with a professional that cares and keeps your best interest first always. Melissa Williams is your agent, very customer service oriented, knowledgeable in all steps in the delicate process of your investment, and here to turn your dreams to reality. Call her now, 253-293-1056. That's 253-293-1056. www.melissawilliams.com.